Hi, this is Felicia Johnson. I'm here with Miss Coleman. The last time Miss Coleman and I talked, we talked about her retirement and her going into retiring from teaching after 31 years. So now school has started, and first day of school has come and gone, and we were just going to recap and talk about what's how did that make you feel and what's going on now. Do you still feel like your retirement is good and that you're going to be okay with it after not having to get up in the morning and going to school?
Well, it's a reality at this point in time. And on last Thursday, I was in Jacksonville and I passed by West Side Elementary. And I'm like, oh, what are all those cars doing there? And then it hit me. The teachers are back. They're getting their rooms ready. They're, in service. And then on Monday, I was headed to water aerobics, passed my building, and I saw the cars, and I had just a little sensation in my chest. And but I never hit my brakes. I just went on, passed it by, and drove on into the Y and went on to exercise, and I was fine. Now today, when I passed by, I didn't feel anything. I went. My school is right next to the YMCA. I didn't even look that way, and I went on to my water aerobics. But I did go in on Friday and talk to some of my coworkers, former coworkers. One started crying and said I needed to come back, but I just laughed it off, and I was fine.
So when she started crying, did that not make you feel sad or
No,
like you felt make you regret
no,
your decision?
no. I grabbed her and hugged her because she had some health issues and she's young. And I'm like, what is wrong? And she said, you need to come back. I can't do it with these other teammates. And so I talked to her, and then we laughed it off. And then her husband came, and he's looking at her like, what's wrong with you? I said, she's going to be fine. And I was fine.
So you were, oh, even though she was upset, you knew that she would be
I didn't get
okay.
upset.
Yeah. So it didn't bother
No,
you.
I told her that I would bring her lunch every so often.
So you're still okay with your
I'm
decision.
still fine.
Okay. Well, are there other things that are happening that are they invading your time, or your former coworkers invading your time even though you're gone, or have they started with questions or needs or things that they need from you even though you're not there, or they need to hear from you for that support?
Well, I've talked to a couple. One had gone to Tyler, and I had sent him a text and said, I just passed by your new building. And he called me. So I talked to him for a while because he was doing an all iPad school. And at first he was feeling overwhelmed, and I had told him, I said, you're going to be just fine. Just reassuring him that he was going to be just fine. On Friday, I stepped across the hall into my old classroom, and they had put in new technology that had been promised to me a year and a half before. And so now it's there, but there is a new principal in the building. So I'm like, oh, now it's here. So I,
So did that disappoint you?
it did because I wanted to learn that technology before I left. And but I met the new teacher in there, and it wasn't the person who they had told me would be in there. And in fact, I had left things for the other person. And so this lady was thinking, well, ma'am, do you want some of these things out of here? I'm like, no. I said, I purchased the dictionaries, this, that, and the other, but the kids need these things. I said, the rest of this belongs to the district. I stacked it up neatly. Anything that you don't need, pass it on to someone else. And so I was fine.
So you made preparations for the new teacher that was
Yes,
coming.
I left some things that were brand new that I never used. So yeah.
Well, good. So you felt a little disappointment when you got back and found that there were no, the things that you were promised
Mm-hmm.
were now ready for the new
For the new
teacher.
teacher.
Did that make you feel like maybe your request wasn't as important, or that they needed to satisfy her more? Did it
Well, no, I know I realized that they received more funding,
always?
but I was supposed to have this the year before, didn't get it. Other classrooms got it. Then, and I was still using the old Elmo. Then by December of last year, it was supposed to be in my room. It was supposed to be put in by the Christmas during the Christmas break. I came back, it still wasn't there. And so then it was discussed with me again. It never appeared. So then when I walked in last Friday, I'm like, it's here now. And I didn't even get to use it. Maybe train on it.
So you felt a little disappointment, but
Yes.
you didn't carry that with you.
No, let it go. Let it go. There are other opportunities coming my way.
Right. So are you going to be doing things? Did you decide whether you were going to do other things with the district, and do maybe some subbing or some no subbing, Miss Coleman?
If the Lord blesses me, I will not be signing up for sub. I never say never because you never burn your bridges.
Right.
But I do not intend to sub. I have talked to the special ed director about working with the homebound students.
Okay.
And that would be, each kid would be 2 hours for 2 days a week.
Okay.
So I would like to try that.
So that's something you can do with your time.
Yes.
And
it
it's
can
not
work around what
consuming
I'm
your
doing.
time.
Right. Other things that I'm doing, personal things that I'm doing.
So since they're homebound, you can pick the times that you go and you can be with the kids.
And the assigned homeroom teacher would have to get the material together, and then I'd go pick it up, then work with the kids, and then turn it back in.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have to go and find material to work with these kids.
So you're still utilizing your skills.
Yes.
But it's still comfortable into retirement because you're not actually putting the work together. You're not making the curriculum. You're not getting the grading, per se, the work.
Mm-hmm.
You're just helping the kids. You're still teaching.
Yes.
You're still helping.
Yes.
But you're not, per se, getting everything together.
No.
You take that to someone else.
I don't have to work on the getting the curriculum together. I don't have to be department chair or grade level chair and divvy out instructions to teammates or coworkers. I don't have to have that responsibility anymore. I don't have to have these specific deadlines anymore. And so, that's fine.
Well, Ms. Coleman, I think I told you before, I was living for the day. I'm still living for the day.
And everyone should.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But but I think that everyone, once it gets in your head and it stays there, everyone should know when they need to make a change. And I feel like I knew that it was time for me to make that change. And I'm glad that I was able to do it at this time. And I can still go and pursue other things.
Well, Ms. Coleman seems that she's so comfortable with her decision to retire. She's still happy with her decision to retire. She has found something that she can do that is conducive to what her profession is, but also does not interfere so much with her retirement. She can still utilize her skills, her abilities, her ability to help others, to teach the students, and still feel comfortable with her own personal time and space. Thank you, Ms. Coleman, for talking with me today.
Thank you.